The dinner table at the investor meeting is not a comedy club, but someone always forgets this. A young entrepreneur, brilliant product, solid financials, perfect pitch deck, made one joke during the informal dinner after the presentation. He laughed about being so bad with details. My co-founder has to manage everything. The investors smiled. The small talk continued. The term sheet never came. Why? Because in that moment, he didn't crack a joke. He confessed. He announced to everyone with money on the line that he lacked a fundamental business competency, and he did it while laughing. Here's what nobody tells you about humor around powerful people. They're not listening for entertainment. They're listening for weaknesses. Every joke you make is being processed as data about your competence, your reliability, your position in the hierarchy, and whether you see yourself as someone who belongs at their level. You think self-deprecation shows humility. They hear, "I accept being inferior." You think joking about struggles makes you relatable. They hear, "I'm stuck and I've normalized it." You think making fun of their success is playful. They hear, "I resent you and I don't understand how power works." Most people use humor to seek approval. Powerful people use humor to test your frame. And there are 5 specific types of jokes that make them immediately categorize you as low status. Someone who doesn't understand the game. Someone who doesn't belong at the table. Someone who will never rise to their level. Today, we're exposing exactly what those 5 jokes are, why your psychology pushes you to make them, and what high-status humor actually looks like. If you've been wondering why you're not getting the opportunities you deserve, the answer might be in what you find funny. Here's what you need to understand about power dynamics. Humor is never neutral. It's a social positioning tool. What you joke about reveals what you fear, what you think is beneath you, or what you believe about your own status. When you're around powerful people, every laugh you try to get is a piece of information they're filing away. They're not just enjoying your company. They're constantly scanning for competence signals. And your jokes? They're broadcasting in high definition. Think about why we laugh. Laughter creates social bonding around shared values. When you joke, you're essentially saying, "This is how I see the world. This is what I think matters. This is where I position myself." And powerful people are listening. Here's the mechanism. When you're in formal conversation, the interview, the pitch, the presentation, your prefrontal cortex is engaged. You're strategic, you're careful, you're on guard. But when you joke, your guard drops. Your authentic hierarchy reveals itself. Your real beliefs about your position bubble up. And that's exactly when powerful people pay the closest attention. Machiavelli understood this in the 1500s. Everyone sees what you appear to be. Few experience what you really are. Your jokes are what you appear to be. And around powerful people, appearance is reality. In office dynamics, investor meetings, networking events, anywhere power is concentrated, there's a constant invisible assessment happening. Powerful people remember your jokes more than your serious statements. Why? Because serious conversation is performative. Everyone knows you're performing. But jokes? That's where the truth lives. That's where you reveal whether you have winner psychology or loser psychology, whether you see yourself rising or stuck, whether you belong or don't belong. And once they've categorized you based on what you find funny, it's almost impossible to change their minds. So, what are the 5 categories of jokes that instantly destroy your status? Let's dissect them. Haha, I'm terrible with money management. I'm so bad at technology, I still don't know how to use Excel. I can't wake up before 10 a.m. I'm such a disaster. My organization skills are non-existent. Sound familiar? Maybe you've said something similar. Maybe you thought it was endearing. Maybe you thought it made you relatable. Maybe everyone laughed. Here's what actually happened. You announced to everyone in the room that you lack basic life competence. And you did it cheerfully. Powerful people don't care if you're relatable. They care if you can execute. They care if you can be trusted with responsibility. They care if you'll deliver under pressure. When you joke about your incompetence, even minor incompetence, you're doing something psychologically devastating. You're signaling that you've accepted it as permanent. You're saying, "This is just who I am. I'm not fixing this. I think it's amusing." And here's what powerful people hear. I am not capable of basic adulting. I am not reliable. I am not someone you should trust with anything important. I am low status, and I accept it. They're not going to argue with you. They're not going to convince you otherwise. They're just going to believe you, because you told them yourself. High-status people joke about situations, not their own competence. They might tell a story about a specific failure where they learned something. They might make an observational joke about an industry absurdity, but they never ever joke about lacking fundamental capability. Why? Because competence is the table stakes for power. If you're joking about not having it, you're announcing you don't even belong at the table. Make observational humor about the situation, not about yourself. Tell stories where you solved problems with light humor mixed in. Laugh at absurdity, not at your inability to function. I'm so disorganized. My office is a complete disaster zone. I can never find anything. My filing system has declared independence from conventional logic. It operates on its own principles now. Do you see the difference? One admits permanent incompetence and laughs at yourself. The other observes a situation with detached amusement and maintains frame. One signals victim. The other signals sovereign. Guess I'm eating ramen again this month. Can't afford that. I'm broke as a joke. Must be nice to have money like that. My bank account is crying right now. Any humor that frames you as financially struggling. Any joke that highlights the wealth gap. Any comment that positions you as the poor person in a room of wealthy people. Money equals resource management equals competence signal. It's that simple. When you joke about being broke, you're not being relatable. You're announcing, I can't create value. I can't manage resources. I can't solve the basic problem of sustaining myself financially. And here's the brutal part. Powerful people will actively avoid you. Not because they're cruel, because you just triggered their defense mechanism. You just reminded them that you might need something from them. Money, opportunities, handouts. Rich people, truly wealthy people, don't find poverty funny. They find it repellent. Not because they're heartless, but because they worked to escape that status. Or they believe they did. Their wealth is tied to their identity. When you joke about being poor, you're reminding them of a status they fought to leave behind. You're creating psychological distance. You're making them unconsciously categorize you as other, as someone in a different economic class, as someone who might become their problem. The subtext they hear: I might ask you for money. I might need something. I'm a potential drain on your resources. Notice how wealthy entrepreneurs can tell stories about eating ramen in their startup days. Notice how established executives can joke about their broke college years. That's different. They're joking about poverty they escaped. Past tense, conquered, behind them. It proves they rose. It proves they won. You can only joke about the poverty you've escaped, never the poverty you're in. Never discuss your personal finances unless it's a direct business context. Make jokes about expensive absurdity instead. Frame yourself as financially discerning, not financially desperate. That restaurant costs more than my entire month's rent. I can't even afford the appetizer. Interesting how they charge $47 for what's essentially scrambled eggs with a French name and artistic presentation. One signals poverty and exclusion. The other signals you evaluate value independently, and you're commenting on absurdity, not on your inability to afford it. Did you hear what CEO did? Classic incompetence. Competitor really screwed that up, didn't they? Can you believe how executive handled that situation? What a disaster. Gossip disguised as humor. Mocking other people in their network. Making jokes about competitors, other companies, industry leaders. laughing at powerful people when they're not in the room. You just showed you're willing to mock them when they're not around. That's the calculation that just happened in their head. If you'll talk about others, you'll talk about them. If you'll mock other powerful people, you'll mock them too. You just proved you can't be trusted with discretion. But here's the part that will really destroy you. That rival you just mocked? They're probably friends. The business world is shockingly small at the top. Everyone knows everyone, or knows someone who knows them. They sit on boards together. They golf together. They invest in each other's companies. They're at the same private events. Your joke about their competitor becomes tomorrow's, "Did you hear what your name said about you?" Your mockery travels, and it gets embellished, and suddenly, you're persona non grata, in circles you didn't even know you had access to. This is one of the major ways powerful people test you. They'll mention someone, a competitor, a colleague, another executive, and they'll wait. They're watching to see if you'll take the bait, if you'll gossip, if you'll mock. If you do, you've failed the test, because you just proved you don't understand the rules of power. High-status people protect other high-status people, even their competitors. Why? Because they recognize they're playing the same game at the same level. They have mutual respect for anyone else operating at altitude. They might compete fiercely in business, but they don't mock each other to outsiders. Robert Greene calls this Law 38. Think as you like, but behave like others. Your private opinions can be savage. You can think whatever you want about anyone. But your public humor, especially around powerful people, must be diplomatically neutral. Gossip downward if you must, never upward or laterally. Make jokes about systems, industries, general observations. Never about specific people in your orbit or their orbit. If you must critique someone, do it seriously, specifically, and privately. Never as a joke. Can you believe how executive handled that deal? What an idiot move. I would never make that mistake. That deal structure was fascinating. Definitely not the approach I expected. There's probably context we're not seeing. One attacks a person and positions you as judgmental and indiscreet. The other observes a situation neutrally and acknowledges complexity. One destroys trust. The other maintains it. Must be nice to take vacations whenever you want. Wish I had your free time. Easy for you to say, you're already successful. Must be nice to play golf all day while the rest of us work. Any joke that dismisses their achievement. Any comment that implies their life is easy. Any humor that suggests their success is luck, not skill. You just revealed massive resentment disguised as humor. And they heard it. They always hear it. What you meant as a lighthearted joke, they heard as an accusation. Your success is undeserved. Your life is easy. You don't work as hard as me. You got lucky. You don't deserve what you have. And they will never forget this. Ever. Powerful people are hypersensitive to jealousy, disguised as jokes. They have to be. Because everyone around them is either genuinely supportive or secretly resentful, and they've learned to detect which is which instantly. They worked hard for their position, or they inherited it and worked hard to maintain it, or they think they worked hard. The specifics don't matter. What matters is that their success is tied to their identity. It's their proof of worth. When you joke about their success, you're minimizing everything they sacrificed, every risk they took, every failure they overcame. You're saying all of that doesn't count. You're saying it was easy. They hear, you don't deserve what you have, and I resent you for having it. This deserves special attention. Never joke about how powerful people spend their time. Must be nice to play golf all day is not a joke to them. It's proof you don't understand how power works. Their golf game is where deals happen. Their vacation is where relationships are built. Their free time is strategic networking. When you mock how they spend time, you're announcing, I don't understand business at the highest level. I think success is about hours in an office. I don't get how this game is actually played. You've just disqualified yourself from ever rising to their level. Ask about their strategies, their processes, their lessons learned. Show respect for the path they took without being obsequious. Make jokes that include you in their world aspirationally, not jokes that exclude you resentfully. Must be nice to fly private and avoid us peasants in economy. Some of us actually have to deal with TSA. I'm convinced the real business education happens at 30,000 feet. What's the most valuable conversation you've had on a flight? One signals resentment and exclusion. The other signals respect, curiosity, and aspirational inclusion. One makes them want to exclude you. The other makes them want to mentor you. I'm so ADHD, I literally can't focus on anything for more than 5 minutes. My anxiety is so bad, I can barely function in meetings. I'm completely addicted to caffeine. I'm a disaster without it. I'm so depressed lately, everything feels impossible. Any humor framing yourself as mentally or physically broken. Any jokes about mental health conditions as personality traits. Any comments that highlight limitations rather than capabilities. Powerful people need reliable people. Period. When you joke about mental health issues, physical limitations, addictions, or dysfunctions, you're broadcasting. I am unreliable. I might break down under pressure. I am a liability. I come with problems that might become your problems. And they don't want your problems. Every powerful person is constantly doing risk assessment. When they consider bringing you into their orbit, hiring you, partnering with you, investing in you, promoting you, they're calculating. Can you deliver under pressure? Can you handle stress? Can you be counted on when things go wrong? Are you going to break down when it matters most? Your mental health jokes just answered all those questions. Probably not. The harsh truth. They might sympathize privately. They might even relate personally. But publicly, professionally, in the context of decision-making about opportunities and advancement, they're going to distance themselves. They're building teams, not therapy groups. They're investing in execution, not managing your disorders. They need people who can handle the pressure, not people who joke about crumbling under it. Social media has normalized mental health jokes. Your peers find them relatable. Your friends respond with heart emojis. Your online community validates you. But powerful people? They're filing away. Unreliable. High maintenance, potential liability, different audiences, different rules. And if you can't code switch between them, you'll stay stuck wondering why opportunities never come. Handle your mental health seriously and privately. Get therapy, get medication, get support, do the work. But don't announce your struggles as jokes to people who control your opportunities. If you must mention challenges, frame them as obstacles I'm actively managing, not permanent conditions I've normalized. Show competence despite difficulty. Never highlight incompetence because of difficulty. Sorry I'm late. My depression made it impossible to get out of bed this morning. It's been really bad lately. Apologies for the delay. I underestimated the morning traffic on this route. One overshares, signals unreliability, and dumps your problems on them. The other handles it professionally, takes responsibility without excuses, and maintains competence. We need to go deeper than just 5 categories of jokes to avoid. We need to understand the underlying principle that explains why these jokes destroy you. Your jokes reveal your frame. Your frame is the lens through which you interpret reality. It's your internal hierarchy. It's the story you tell yourself about who you are and where you fit. And powerful people can read your frame instantly through what you find funny. What you mock reveals what you think is beneath you, or what you fear about yourself. If you joke about being incompetent, some part of you believes it. If you joke about being broke, some part of you accepts it. If you joke about other people's success, some part of you resents it. Your humor is your unguarded truth, and they're listening. High status frame. I am competent. I am capable. I am rising. I belong here. Low status frame. I am struggling. I am broken. I am stuck. I don't belong here. Every joke you tell broadcasts which frame you're operating from. And once they've detected your frame, they treat you accordingly. Carl Jung said we joke about what we haven't integrated. The parts of ourselves we reject, we mock. The parts we're ashamed of, we turn into punchlines. But here's the problem. When you joke about your unintegrated shadow, you're announcing to everyone that you haven't done the work. You're announcing that you're still fragmented, still unresolved, still at war with yourself. And powerful people sense this immediately. Someone who jokes about being lazy hasn't integrated their relationship with discipline. Someone who jokes about being broke hasn't integrated their relationship with value creation. Someone who jokes about being anxious hasn't integrated their relationship with uncertainty. This is why techniques alone don't work. You can memorize what not to joke about, but if your internal frame is still low status, it will leak out in other ways. The real work is changing your internal dialogue. Stop joking about things you actually need to fix. Stop using humor as a defense mechanism against your own inadequacy. Stop seeking validation through self-deprecation. Your humor should reflect abundance, not scarcity. Competence, not incompetence. Sovereignty, not submission. Remember what Machiavelli wrote. It is better to be feared than loved. The modern translation for this context. It's better to be respected than liked. When you try too hard to be funny, you're trying too hard to be liked. You're seeking approval. You're performing for validation. And powerful people smell that desperation. But when you're strategically funny, when your humor comes from abundance, confidence, and observational intelligence, you gain respect while remaining personable. The goal isn't to be humorless. It's to be strategically humorous. To use jokes that elevate your frame instead of destroying it. So if you can't joke about those 5 categories, what can you joke about? 1. Absurdity of situations, not people. Observe the ridiculous elements of shared experiences without mocking anyone specific. Example. I'm convinced that PowerPoint was designed by people who hate both efficiency and audiences equally. 2. Industry-wide observations, not specific competitors. Comment on broader patterns that everyone recognizes. Example. We've created a system where it takes 3 meetings to schedule 1 meeting. Very meta. 3. Shared experiences that don't reveal your weakness. Build connection through common ground that doesn't diminish you. Example. There's a special circle of hell reserved for whoever thought back-to-back video calls without breaks was a good idea. 4. Intellectual wit, wordplay, clever observations. Demonstrate intelligence through sophisticated humor. Example. I appreciate how synergy has become the corporate equivalent of because magic. 5. Self-aware confidence, not self-deprecation. Joke from a position of competence, not incompetence. Example. I've perfected the art of making "let's circle back" sound both urgent and diplomatic. Joke about things that position you as observer, not victim. Joke about things you've mastered, not things that master you. Joke to build bridges based on shared intelligence, not to seek sympathy for shared weakness. High-status humor comes from above the situation. You're observing absurdity from a position of competence. Low-status humor comes from below the situation. You're trapped in the absurdity and laughing at your own helplessness. Position matters, frame matters, and powerful people read these signals fluently. For the next 30 days, you're going to become conscious of your humor. Not just around powerful people, around everyone. Because your default humor patterns will reveal themselves under pressure, and you need to rewire them at the root. Rule 1. The recording practice. After every professional interaction, mentally record every joke you made. Better yet, actually write them down. This isn't about judgment, it's about awareness. You can't change what you can't see. Rule 2. The assessment question. For each joke, ask yourself, did that signal competence or incompetence? Status rising or status stuck? Observer or victim? Be brutally honest. Your ego will want to justify every joke. Resist that urge. Rule 3. The 5 categories. Never joke about your incompetence or struggles, your financial situation, other powerful people, their success or time, your mental or physical limitations. Catch yourself when you're about to. Feel the urge. Notice where it comes from. Then redirect. Rule 4. The redirection practice. Actively redirect your humor to observational intelligence, shared absurdities that don't diminish you, situational comedy that positions you above the chaos, intellectual wit that demonstrates capability, self-aware confidence that acknowledges your competence. Week 1. You'll feel uncomfortable. Your ego uses self-deprecating humor as a defense mechanism. When you stop, you'll feel exposed. Sit with that discomfort. It's growth. Week 2. You'll catch yourself mid-joke. You'll start the old pattern, then stop. This is awareness building. This is the neural pathway weakening. Week 3. Powerful people will start treating you differently. They won't know why. Neither will you at first. But the respect level will shift. Opportunities will appear. Week 4. Your internal narrative will change. When you stop joking about being incompetent, you stop thinking of yourself as incompetent. External humor shapes internal reality. This isn't just about gaming powerful people. This is about genuinely changing your self-concept. Your words create your world. The stories you tell yourself, even as jokes, become the truth you believe. Stop joking about being broke. You start seeing abundance opportunities. Stop joking about incompetence. You start building genuine competence. Stop joking about being stuck. You start moving. Your humor rewires your brain. Powerful people are always watching, always listening, always assessing. Your jokes aren't just entertainment. They're not just icebreakers. They're not just you being relatable or funny or human. They're data. Every laugh you try to get is a piece of information about how you see yourself in the hierarchy. And powerful people are experts at reading that data. They know within 30 seconds of hearing what you find funny, whether you're someone rising or someone stuck, whether you belong at their table or whether you're performing for their approval. The moment you joke about your incompetence, your struggles, your financial situation, other powerful people, their success, or your limitations, you've just told them exactly where you rank. You've just announced your internal status. You've just revealed your frame. And they file it away. They don't argue. They don't correct you. They just believe you. Because you told them yourself. This isn't about being fake. This isn't about suppressing your personality. This isn't about being a humorless robot who never laughs. This is about being strategic. This is about understanding that humor is a weapon that can either elevate your status or destroy it. And most people are unconsciously destroying themselves while desperately seeking approval through laughter. The 5 things we covered today: incompetence, money struggles, other powerful people, their success, and your limitations. These aren't arbitrary rules. They're patterns that reveal frame, and your frame determines your fate. Change your jokes, you change your frame. Change your frame, you change your trajectory. Change your trajectory, you change your life. If this information makes you uncomfortable, good. That discomfort is your ego realizing it's been sabotaging you. That discomfort is awareness, and awareness is the first step to transformation. Welcome to the Psych Architect. Subscribe if you're ready to build power structures that most people don't even know exist. Don't subscribe because I'm asking you to. Subscribe because you've decided you're done unconsciously signaling low status to people who control opportunities. You're done using humor as a desperate bid for approval. You're done playing the game wrong. Let's build something most people are too comfortable to even attempt.